Hey everybody, this is Dharma. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, possibly Venus. Time is fluid. Although the intentions have been set for recent past, current, near future, however much healing work you've done on your shadow is where you will find yourself in the timeline. Energy is fluid. We all hold masculine and feminine energies within us, just as the divine and the universe does. That means feminine energy is receptive and passive. Masculine energy is direct and active. You may assign the genders as you will or discard them altogether. Whenever I'm reading the energy off the card, it is how the energy is operating in that moment, in that position. Everyone is welcome here. We do not other anyone based on any reason, including gender, creed, ethnicity, or lack of identity with any of them. These energies may represent you. They could represent someone around you. Take it as it resonates. Guides, ancestors, holy guardian angels, Most High God, we ask you for your presence and blessing on this reading. We thank you for the many blessings you've already brought into our lives every moment, every day. We ask only for clear, concise messages for the sign of Leo, only for their highest and greatest good. Thank you so much. It is done. I said when I started this round of readings I was going to pull out another deck, and I didn't. This is the deck that I have great affinity for. So we'll see what happens next round. Please and thank you. Current energy Leo is dealing with. Current energy, please and thank you. Someone is having a breakthrough moment, a realization, personal truth delivered from the hand of the Most High, or from your highest self, however you choose to view that. The issue is, the really painful ending. Perhaps it was brought about by a painful ending, or it's going to bring about a painful ending because someone was not standing in their truth. They were not standing in their power. Perhaps they were lying by act or omission or a blend of truth and lie. Recent past, they failed to complete a cycle, so they started a new one, or they started the same cycle over. Thank you so much. Subconscious. Working together with more than one person, more than one other person, to accomplish a goal. This is the architect, the craftsman, cleric, the project manager, perhaps. Someone has that in their subconscious, but they have not brought it up to consciousness so they can manifest it yet. But deep down, this is what they hope for, and it is in the upright. They want to work towards an upright goal, building something that would benefit more than just themselves. That's beautiful, Leo. I heard something in the last few days, and it really is true. that growth is painful. That's why we have growing pain. And it feels like you're losing a lot. And it is, so that we can make room for something new, something that serves us better. And it's not necessarily that the old ways were bad, it's just that they served their purpose, and now there's nothing more for those things that we let go of. People, places, things, habits, addictions, they just don't serve that purpose anymore. Fears, careers, relationships. So to make room for something new. And there was your confirmation. I don't know if you heard it or not. And consciousness? Well, that's too many. Consciousness? Clearly and concisely, please. What Leo is aware of. Please and thank you. Something's not fully brought to light yet. We're starting to get a glimmer of something, but it's not fully exposed. Perhaps it could be this energy in the subconscious. Could be something playing out around them. Or maybe this end of the cycle tried to play out and they can't see why it didn't, or why they chose to restart it. Maybe they can't see the value yet in starting a new cycle, letting an old one go. In your future, thank you so much. Not being fulfilled emotionally, spiritually. In a mind trap, yeah. That's where that sun not quite upright's coming, but if we give it a little time, maybe step away from working the issue. Maybe sometimes when we're working too hard on a knot, we pull it tighter. We need to walk away so we can start over. Let's see. External influences, thank you so much. Someone's not in conscious contact with their higher power. Or maybe they are, and they're trying to tell the higher power how to make this play out rather than following the will of the higher power. We want growth, but we don't want pain. We want the flowers without the rain. That's not how it works. Hopes and fears. Please and thank you. Hopes and fears. And that's why they call it sacrifice, Sometimes sacrifices are easier than others, especially if it's something that we've held on to for a really long time. It's really hard to sacrifice. Someone is trying to recognize their blessings, their spiritual blessings, their monetary blessings. They're trying not to feel left out in the cold. They're trying not to be in the poverty energy, but they haven't made it yet because they're still trying to negotiate with God. The only thing I can tell you is surrender to the will of God. And that'll get you out of that old cycle. When you're trying to negotiate, you tell God how to do, you're going to be in that cycle because you're not done yet. That's the external influences. Who on the outside is trying to tell you how to boss God? No. Your personal influence, well, you feel like you're in the never-ending nightmare. Up at night, can't sleep. Those swords are thoughts running around in your mind. That's that mind trap in the day got you up at night. but you want to offer someone, perhaps yourself, a cup of love. You want to carry a message of love, perhaps to yourself, perhaps to someone else. Those are the wings of Hermes, Mercury. You want to go with speed, but you got to hold up just a minute there. You got to get yourself in order. If you haven't learned to love yourself, perhaps enough to say no to certain things, then how are you going to love someone else properly? You've got to love yourself and your higher power first, even if that higher power is your higher self. And if you're serving your lower self, how are you serving your higher power? No man can serve two masters. You will either love the one and hate the other. That's way too many. Clearly and concisely, please. Potential outcome. Or love the other and hate the one. Anyway, it's not a bad reading. You just have to make up your mind whether or not you're done. And if you're done, you're going to do life on life's terms and do God on God's terms. And if you're not done, you'll stay in the cycle. You'll keep repeating it. We're not forced. We have free will. It's up to you. You just have to make the decision. Potential outcome. Potential outcome. Potential outcome. Thank you so much. Still a lot, but I'll take them. It's a lot less than it was. Rest, meditation, taking time to heal, get quiet, get still, taking time to listen to a still small voice called conscience. Not feeling in control of your resources, misusing your resources. They're letting go of the need to win at all costs or doubling down on that. It's not quite in the reverse. At a crossroads. Yep, it's time to make that decision, Leo. And I can't tell you. God's not going to make you. You have to tell yourself. You have to decide. Making the decision is the first hard step. Potential advice? Or actually any advice. Any solid advice. Rest and meditate so you can get out of that mind trap. Maybe you haven't thought about it hard enough. Maybe they're telling you to meditate on that mind trap. See what's like you there. Anything else? Anything else? Sometimes, Leo, if we don't put ourselves in time out, the universe is going to do it for us so that we have the time, so that we take the time. Yeah. You're going to be misusing your resources or feeling like you don't have enough resources. Until you do this. maybe those resources are internal. Because all those pentacles represent tangible things. We can see the energy. We can see the sun. We can see heat waves rising up off the highway. Please and thank you, Most High God, regarding angels, guides, and ancestors. Archetypal energies that Leo can work with at this time. I would say too, Leo, benefits from you being in a mind trap might be the energies that you might want to reconsider spending time, energy, money, other resources on. Archetypal energies for Leo to work with at this time, please and thank you. Archetypal energies for Leo to work with at this time, please and thank you. Bully in the light highlights your tendency to intimidate others, help you confront the inner fears that bully you. Ooh-wee, that's great. You can do it. You just got to be willing. Mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Storyteller in the light, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. Mediator in the shadow, negotiating with an ulterior motive or a hidden agenda, either personally or professionally. And the prince in the shadow, using power for self-aggrandizement. All right, Leo, that's not too bad. You've got 2 positive energies to work with, 2 negative. Well, I won't say negative. I'll say 2 that are keeping you from standing in your fullest power. So I would say use the 2 upright energies, archetypes, to work with the ones that are in the shadows so that you can move through these energies and make your decision. Thanks so much for joining.